for joining our June 15th PZM Essentials webinar. Today we'll be going over processing as applied data. My name is Dan Bott and I am one of the Precision Business Planning Specialists at AgSolver. Today we'll be going over processing as applied data. We'll start with introduction, then we'll upload compressed zipped raw data file of as applied data. And within this machine data file, we have about 2,000 acres from harvest data to planting data, spraying data, and then also side dress as applied fertilizer data. And then we're going to be exporting that information to a specific field within Profit Zone Manager, readjusting the application cost within budget, created a report to view that as applied information, and then we'll follow up with any questions everyone might have. So first we'll go to the machine data page. And for this, what we'll do is, since I've already uploaded, we're just going to walk through the steps of how to upload as applied data. It's very similar to as planted data, and so we'll first go to the machine data page, click on the upload machine data green button in the top left-hand corner. We'll select the machine data type. We're going to scroll down to as applied raw. We'll label this machine data Davis Big as applied. Then we're going to browse to our folder on our desktop that has the GS3 2630 file on it. This is the raw file and we've zipped it up. So right click, scroll down to send to compress the zip file. We've already done that. And so this is a rather large file since it has the harvest, as planted, as spraying, as side dress data. So typically the data of this file, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to upload. And while that's uploading, we're actually going to go ahead and close out, since I've already uploaded this file to the machine data page. Next, we'll go to under users, which is my account, DJ Ba or Dan Ba, machine data name. We'll scroll down to the file that we uploaded, which is called as applied webinar data. And this is at GS3_2630 file, our year 2013 enterprise farm. We're gonna go to Tyler Farm. We're going to select post emergence and then select roundup view. And then we'll come over to the right hand side of the page where it shows the green button export to existing field. We'll click on that. Come to our AgSolver Training Enterprise, field name Davis Big, machine data type as applied data. Then here's a crucial step. So for this, we're going to be exporting herbicide insecticide data. If we're exporting side dress or fertilizer data, we need to select fertilizer and then also the seed that we've completed last week. But here we're going to export herbicide insecticide. So you can see the estimated processing time right around 11 minutes. And then we can click export and go to enterprise, or we can click export if we were exporting multiple types of as applied data. This is where we can go in. We can also do a select all. So if we wanted to select all of the information within that file, we can also do that. So next, since I've already exported this information to our individual enterprise within our individual fields, and so when it comes to exporting, it also takes about 15-20 minutes, and this is a rather large file. We have right around 6 years of data on this, both as applied and harvest. So we'll go to our enterprise, click on our Ag Software Training Enterprise, switch over to the satellite map. We'll click on our Davis Big. Wait for that to upload. Next, we will go to our scenario that we've created where we're going to be uploading our as-applied data. Go to Options, scroll down to Edit Machine Data, and this is where we have all sorts of as-applied data. So from seed to fertilizer to herbicide or fungicide, and so we've selected Roundup 2014 and applied it to our 2014 harvest yield data. And click Save, and we've produced a map correlating our yield data along with our as-applied data and coupled the according budget to that as-applied data. We'll quickly go through our as-applied data. We have just standard Iowa State average corn, soybean crop expense, but when we come down, you can see our application of the Roundup as applied, and there was some other chemicals in there too. So, but we just labeled it Roundup post-emergence. So price per gallon was right around $18 an acre. Excuse me, $18 a gallon. The average rate was right around, target rate was 15 gallons. So it's our price per product. You scroll back up, save our budget. Budget is being updated. So on this field, this 60 acre field, average yield a little over 200 bushels, pretty profitable, $156 an acre, ROI 22%, with total field profit 24,000. If we correlate that back to our original scenario that we've created, which is just looking at yield data, it's a bit of a different map. So you can see our financial performance there. Next, we're going to create a report so we can view our as-applied data within Profit Zone Manager. So within this, we'll go ahead and select the as-applied 2014 scenario that we created. And then once we check mark that box right next to the scenario name, we're going to go ahead and click Print Report. Now the report is being processed. While that is processing, we'll actually go ahead and compare scenarios. So we can view our performance when we had as applied data compared to where we did not. So in this first scenario, this is where we didn't apply our as applied data, and you can see how the profitability map changed from one map to another. Yield's still the same. Profit is going to increase because we actually have less of an application cost than we did and just in our standard as applied map. Our in production efficiency, where we're benchmarking ourselves on bushels produced per $1,000 spent to show how efficient we are working with our operating capital. And for this, it was roughly, we didn't variable rate spraying. You'll see a greater difference also if you variable rated, say, as applied your fertilizer data or seeding recs. And so, but for this, the whole field had a target rate right around 15 gallons an acre. You can see our ROI once we've uploaded that as applied increased by 7%, and then also our total field profitability. And then what we can also add in here too is if we had we could incorporate our AsApplied pre-emergence and then label that. And then if we did a late season fungicide or insecticide or even herbicide post June 21st. Now our report is ready. We're going to go ahead and download our report within Profit Zone Manager. Front page is just table of contents. Scrolling down, we have a yield map of our AsApplied data. Next, we have our AsApplied Roundup herbicide data. You can see where we went along each of the waterways. And in some areas, we did overapply on our end rows. So, and this is filtered at a 10-foot or 3-meter resolution map. So I do want to mention that we are in Q&A mode. So if you have any questions, please type them in the chat box below. You have my contact information with my email address, djba@agsolver.com, along with my cell phone number. I also want to mention that after this webinar, it will be uploaded to YouTube. So you can go on and review the process. And so uploading specific AsApplied data is very similar to when we uploaded the as planted data last week, just different raw data file formats. We were uploading this data from a 2630 John Deere Greenfire monitor. Our system is compatible with any make, any model, monitor number by any company. Then also coming down the road, we'll be able to upload shapefiles if they're out of SMS or John Deere of AsApplied data, and we're looking about a month to a month and a half out. So towards the end of summer, we'll be able to do that. So right now, all AsApplied data is coming out as raw. If there is no more questions, I want to invite everyone to our next webinar at 11 o'clock, which we will be looking at preparing for headlands. And so we have a couple fields where we pull in semis, or there used to be an old building site there, and so that area of the field just isn't as productive as the rest of the farm. So we're going to be looking at different scenarios on how to manage those areas within the field. Thank you for joining our June 15th PZM Essentials webinar of processing AsApplied data. Thank you and see you next week.